Welcome back. 11 years ago, hikers in Northern California found identification belonging to Steve Fossett, a world-famous aviator and adventurer who vanished months earlier. The vast search for Fossett's missing plane focused national attention on what is now called the Nevada Triangle. It's an area not nearly as infamous as the Bermuda Triangle, but the one that's had way more disappearances. The I-Team's George Knapp has our story.
In 2007, famed aviator Steve Fossett flew out of a landing strip in northern Nevada and vanished. For months, searchers combed the rugged mountains looking for Fossett. What they found were 8 other plane wrecks no one knew about. By one estimate, 2,000 planes have vanished in the last 60 years in what pilots call the Nevada Triangle, the vast area between Las Vegas, Reno, and Fresno that averages out to about 3 planes per month, far more than ever disappeared in the more infamous Bermuda Triangle. Scientists have determined that strong winds from the Pacific create a powerful downdraft when they cross the Sierra, strong enough to slam small planes into the ground. But many of the aircraft that have gone missing weren't small at all, a B-24 bomber and other military craft among them.
Powerful winds and treacherous weather in the Sierra Nevada mountains are major factors in why so many planes crash and disappear in what's called the Nevada Triangle. But it's more than just planes that vanish, it's also people.
And then I pulled out a map of Nevada and California, almost fell out of my seat, because the largest cluster zone we've ever established is in that Nevada Triangle. And there's 2 other clusters that are also in that triangle.
For 9 years, former police officer turned author David Paulides has scoured through about 20,000 missing persons files. Based on very specific criteria, he's whittled them down to about 1,200 seemingly inexplicable mysteries, people who vanish under unusual circumstances. In a series of books, Missing 411, Paulides has identified dozens of clusters, many of them in national parks or forests, where the number of missing is way out of the ordinary. 3 of those clusters exist within the Nevada Triangle, including the top of the list, Yosemite National Park.
There's no concrete one item that you can say this is causing that. And because of no tracks, no scent trail, no witnesses to these events, we've had people say, well, it's got to be UFOs, it's got to be reptilians, it's got to be Bigfoot, it's got to be this. In reality, I don't think you can say it's just one thing.
Often the missing vanish into thin air while with other hikers. Dogs are unable to pick up any scent. There are no tracks. Small children who vanish are found days later many miles away over mountain ranges. Human abductions and animal attacks are ruled out. For years, Paulides requested lists of missing persons from the National Park Service, but was told they don't keep any such list. More recently, Yosemite officials have opened up.
10 years later, something might be found. It could be a piece of clothing. It could be a shoe. It could be something that could bring some clues or bring some sort of resolution.
Paulides has investigated cases closer to home, including the 1966 disappearance of 6-year-old Larry Jeffrey of Henderson, who vanished while with his family on Mount Charleston, and a 1977 case of a missing woman near Tonopah. Some have tried to link the mystery to the Area 51 military base, but that facility is far to the east of the Triangle's boundaries. While speaking to a national conference of search and rescue experts, Paulides was addressed by a pair of state troopers.
And they said, Dave, you're talking about things that nobody in this room wants to talk about. Everybody knows it's going on. Everybody here faces it, but nobody wants to talk about it.
George Knapp, 8 News Now.
We have additional resources about these mysterious disappearances on our website, including an earlier I-Team report about Nevadans who have vanished.